Texas. Brooke and myself are over at Lake Murray. We're trying to locate the dive site that's over in this cove. We're at the right cove, but we're having trouble locating exactly where we're supposed to drop into the water. I've messaged a couple of people and I'm making some phone calls, see if we can find out exactly where we're supposed to drop down. There's supposed to be a rope that guides you down to a car, a bike, and a motorcycle. So, but that's like a needle in a haystack in water that has visibility of maybe 8 to 10 foot. So, anyways, hopefully I can get some answers. As you can tell, the water is really clear. At least for Oklahoma lakes, it's really clear. Now I can see down into the water. I'd say probably 8 to 10 foot without any problem. Okay, we have located the dive site after a couple phone calls and some messaging. It's not good. The road is blocked off. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's boulders over there. Road's completely blocked off from all vehicle traffic, which means we have to don all of our scuba gear, and then we gotta hike it probably a couple hundred yards over to where you can enter into the water. I think you're supposed to take a compass reading of the left no wake buoy and shoot for it, and when you get down to about 18 foot of water, you run into a rope down there, and from that rope it'll guide you to the submerged objects. From what I understand, it's a boat and a motorcycle. Apparently there's no car down there, but anyways, that's what we're fixing to do. Fixing to put all this gear together and try it. Is right. Got a lot of work cut out for us here. Okay, the girls and I have a new game plan. Not the best plan, but it's the only plan really. The hike is too great to hike all this stuff in nearly 100-degree weather down to the dive site. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the only access point we have near the vehicle, because all the others are taken up with partiers, and we're going to jump in the lake here, and then we're going to swim a couple hundred yards down to the dive site. So that is the game plan now. Brooke's down there through those bushes getting her gear ready, and so after this we will be switching to the GoPro.
fish is a lot heavier.
Alright, the girls talked me into hiking out of the lake in the woods. Oh yeah, strap really dug into you. Anyways, the girls talked me into hiking out of the lake and through the woods back up to the truck. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, anyways, we finally located everything after an old friend of mine from my high school told me exactly where to go. She happened to show up down there, and so we were able to locate it. So anyways, that's about it on the Lake Murray dive site. What'd you think of it, Brooke?
Fun.
Brooke had a little trouble with her mask. We're gonna have to get her another mask. She was kept on fogging up and just having issues with it, so she put on another mask and had a lot more enjoyable dive the next go around. Okay, for those that are interested in diving at the Lake Murray dive site, I'm going to rehash it just a little bit for you because there's very little information on the internet how to find the dive site. When you're over at Lake Murray, which is near Ardmore, Oklahoma, you're going to be down at the south end of the lake, and you're looking for Marietta Landing. All right, you're going to enter into the Marietta Landing, and on the right side, as of right now, there is a concrete pad where some bathrooms used to be. At the time of filming right now, it's just a concrete pad with some pipes sticking up. Old satellite images show that there was a bathroom there. In the future, I imagine there's going to be a brand new bathroom there. But anyways, to the left of that, looking back to the northwest, there is a camp loop that goes around with several little parking areas, just little areas that you can pull a vehicle in, and they hold anywhere from 3 to 6 vehicles. And there's camping sites in this loop. You go all the way to the end of that loop, and there's a road that continues northwest past the campgrounds. As of right now, there are boulders at the end of that loop. There's a road that continues on northwest, but the boulders block your path. So you have two options. You can either park in one of those little parking spots and put all your scuba gear on and backpack it approximately 180 yards down that road and continuing the path. There's a footpath that continues to go on down to the northwest, running parallel to this large cove. The other option is to go straight north and drop off the edge, the rocky edge of the lake shore, and put in the lake there and backstroke about 180 yards down the shoreline. What you're looking for is the entire shoreline is mostly large boulders, very large rocks and boulders all the way down there until you get to about 180 yards, roughly 180, and suddenly there's no boulders. There's a little nook. Some people are calling it a cove. You're already in a huge cove, but there's a little nook there. That's what you're looking for. That's where you're going to stage at, and you're going to look straight across the cove, the main cove, and when you dive, you're going to go straight out. You're going to stick to the bottom, and when you hit about 18 foot, looking right in front of you, you're going to see the first object, which should be a boat. Right on the other side of that boat is a platform, and that platform has ropes attached to it that will lead you to other platforms and other boats and obstacles and stuff of that nature, other things to look at. So anyways, that's how you get to it. This is the entrance to Marietta Landing. You're going to enter in here. Bathrooms located here. This is that camping loop I was talking about. These are the parking spots. And then you can walk down here. The boulders are located right here. And just on the other side of the boulders, the road continues and then turns into a footpath running parallel to the shoreline here. You're going to follow it all the way down to this little nook right here. Just a little indention in the shoreline. Probably drop down into the water, probably somewhere right about here, and then you're going to shoot straight out as if you're trying to go across the cove. At 18 foot, that is where you're going to locate your first submerged object, which is a boat. For anybody that's wanting to dive, I hope that helped you. If anybody tells you to swim towards this buoy over here, this far left buoy. Do not do that. You will run yourself parallel to the platforms that are out here, and you'll miss it.